My name is Brandon Taylor. I am the athletic director at Castle High School in Newburgh, Indiana. In that role, it's basically anything and everything that has to do with our 19 varsity sports here, we have 34 levels of teams, so it's a very busy job. We're having enrollment of about 1,900 kids each year. We have about 100 or so senior athletes, which is why this whole the Tierney company and the PosterPro package came into play when we started talking about senior banners. That's really how we got started. Well, as I just said, we started with senior banners. All of our senior athletic teams, in the past they were going out and getting senior banners and from outside companies and spending an arm and a leg, and it's getting a little crazy in sizes. So we wanted to put a little bit of a restriction, not a restriction, but just to get it under control on the size of banners that we were allowed to have in our gymnasium and in our football stadium. So we've been using it for that as our number one source, I guess, of what we're doing, number one project. But we've used it. We currently have had a project put on by our school administration called the Legends of Castle High School, where we had people inducted into kind of an academic hall of fame, and we did kind of the same thing. We made banners for them and hung them throughout the main hallway. We use it to I've made some polypropylene adhesive clings with our school crest on it for our main office for decoration purposes, just to give it a little bit of color and life. We've used it for all kinds of things, like little posters for our Riley Dance Marathon, to do some text to numbers to donate. So we've been using it for all kinds of things. Like I said, I've made our outfield distance signs for baseball and softball, instead of purchasing those each year because they get torn up. So we just make the distance signs here in house, and that way we can replace them as needed. So lots of different ideas that we've been doing, but the number one thing that we've been doing are the senior banners. And like I said, we do probably about 100 of those a year here in house. As far as the school goes, I don't know that it's helped us save money because in the past the athletes buy the banners themselves. Where I think it's helped our athletes save money because they were going out and getting banners from other companies and spending upwards of $125 to $150 per sport. And you have 3-sport athlete, you're looking at over $400 a year just for banners. Whereas we are able to get, if it's a 3-sport athlete, they're able to get 3 banners for less than the cost of what one of those banners would cost. So it's not necessarily saving the athletic department money, but it's saving our kids money. And we are actually, the athletic department is able to make a little bit of money off of it. We don't gouge the kids and increase prices tremendously. We charge $40 for senior banners, so it costs less than that, obviously, to make one. But to help recoup some of the costs for the materials, the banner paper, the ink cartridges, and just the printer itself, and as a little bit of a fundraiser for our booster club. So it's helped not necessarily save us money, but we actually, I guess you could say making money is saving money. So in that aspect of it, we've been able to make a little bit of money while saving our kids money on that side of it. So financially, it's the best of both worlds, not only for our student athletes, but also for our athletic department. Well, there's another school in our corporation that he had been in San Antonio at the National AD Conference several years earlier, and met Kim Ellie there, and he purchased one, an older model, and then I went to the national conference in Washington. It was in National Harbor, Maryland, in December of 2014, where I met Kim also, who was there with Tierney Brothers, and saw that the printer that she had is the new model, the same model that we have here, the Z5400. Saw it there and just saw what it was capable of, and it was, it was a no-brainer at that point. That it was something that our athletic department could really utilize here, and provide products to our kids at a reasonable cost, and also, as I just said, be able to make a little bit of money off of it. The printer is not yet paid for, but we're awfully close to paying for it. And it's only been about 16 months since we've had it, and the whole thing's almost paid for. So we've been utilizing it a lot there. To help recoup the cost, but after we pay for it, it'll be all profit for our booster club. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Why Tierney? It was the company that was there, the only company at the national conference that had a product like this. And as always, as anybody would do, you shop around a little bit and check for prices, and it was clearly the best price of any other place I had seen. And the customer service, I will say, the customer service at Tierney is phenomenal. Anytime I have questions, I can call or email. I've talked to Kim a lot. Chad, I've talked to him a lot when it comes time to reorder products, whether it be paper or ink or whatever. So the Tierney people at Tierney Brothers have been phenomenal. Again, I just saw Kim a couple weeks ago, and super helpful, and introduced. She told me a couple other things that I didn't even know about the printer, about how to find out a cost analysis on how much it costs each time to print something off, and introduced me to a couple other products like the Printmaster. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it's called. She sent it to me. The HP Print Pro. So even running into her there, I mean, just still continuing to help, even though she sold it to me over a year and a half ago. She's still interested in what we're doing and helping us out. So the relationship that I have with Tierney Brothers is a good one, because every time I need something, very simple and easy to give them a call and get some help.